These orc farmers are way out of their league. But they are bravely fighting. Azildan. Cloud of smoke in your way and a blurred Ethergaunt, the only...
Yeah, screw it, he's crawling in here. Crawls in on his hands and knees,
okay.
Puts his hands up on the altar.
Yeah, you crawl in and you crawl through the circle, and you hear this calm feminine voice say, "Please provide a prayer to the designated god."
Let me kick that head at me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Yig. Come on, come on, tree. I'm looking for some magic here. I'll do all your tree things for you, I promise.
Is Azzy praying to Yggdrasil now?
Oh, that's so fucking hilarious.
That is awesome.
Yig doesn't care, dude. Yig's like, oh, whatever, do what you want to do.
That's exactly why Azildan likes Yig. Yig stays out of his business.
Yggdrasil.
He and his shitty forest friends.
The also known to the old Asgard of Yggdrasil, the immense mythical tree at the center of creation that connects the many worlds, prime and outside. The world tree, home to many druids, as well as sentient beings. The tree upon which Odin was hung, whose roots grow deep into the underworld, whose branches reach the upper heavens. Yggdrasil also is known as the Tree of Terror, as it can hang gods and feed upon their power.
Well, isn't that a thing?
Oh.
Never mentioned that bit.
Okay. You see a wooden longhouse appear in front of you with a very large, like, half-cut, like somebody sawed a very large tree in half, and you can see all of the circular patterns of the tree, and then a diagram of a tree, like an elvish tree, sort of carved into that wood, just simply hanging above a very plain altar. You actually smell like pine forest, and it reminds you of Grova.
Okay. He goes to the longhouse.
Okay. Zildan had crawled into the room and said, and basically stands up and kind of wanders into the longhouse, and you see that there is the smell of very simple bread being baked in an oven and some fruit in a bowl. Very rustic feeling, very simple feeling, very powerful feeling.
Okay. He will kneel. I have served great nature beings before, and it is Yggdrasil I wish to serve now. I will replace your traitress, Stematon, High Stematon, and be your most powerful druid. If that is your whim. Oh, tree. Part of him's going, yeah, it's a fucking tree, dude. It doesn't care.
Recording ended.
I was like, you dick. I can hear you, you know.
Translating prayer now.
Lemmy's looking back like he's seeing an ex-girlfriend.
Transmission begun.
Yeah, all right. It does take a while, doesn't it? I shouldn't have got so mad at Lemmy.
Oh, that is so weird and wonderful.
Moving it out of the way. The elves are gonna. The other elves before they go are gonna just heal, and then whoever there's 4 more cure series.
Chanaka is now paying attention to what's going over in the shrine. It got excited at the deals with Midwick, but it's now going to watch what B3 MK2 is up to, aka Azildan's clone. Lemio, you need to make a percentile for the Brillani that is underneath a confusion effect.
Good stuff. I can just dismiss them, right? Or no, I have to dismiss all of them, right?
I believe the D ends the spell.
$72.
Loading. $72 is deal 1d8 points of damage plus strength modifier to self with item in hand.
1d2. Bow is 2.
Yep.
They have a sword. 1d8
8 plus strength. And it's slapping the flat side of the blade against its forehead.
Donovan is not a dick. He will not be saying this is what happens when you summon lying angels from lying. But Adam will think it.
Okay, what is the strength plus 5? Ooh, they're strong.
And this Brillani will fly to the cloud and do what?
Who else is damaged? So he's got 11 damage. This guy. Well, he's going to be gone soon. So these guys are going to... who else has damage?
Ukher looks a little bit beat up, and so does Donovan.
Donovan, I gave you 53 healing last time. Did you take more damage?
No. He's got 35 non-lethal left.
Then there's no way you have that. I gave you 53 healing.
I had 60-something or 80-something non-lethal before then.
Non-lethal, so non-lethal
Yes.
twice the rate.
No, it's in addition to the normal.
Right, so all my normal
Okay, so
damage
this Brillani flies over to Ukher then.
To Ukher, yeah. So how much does Ukher have?
Ukher, you
21
saw all these
21.
guys run over. They're all aiding Bold, who actually struck the Ether God for 16 damage.
Oh, is that Ether God still there?
Yeah?
That Ether God's still there?
Yeah, it's surrounded by a bunch of farmers.
Alright, that Brillani will go over here. This Brillani will fly over it on top.
Okay.
And so from above. And this one's going to go to Ukher and... actually, no, this one healed Donovan. 1d, or 3d8 plus 6. Doot. 21.
Okay.
Are they the harvesters? Says Bold, and Grimweird doesn't answer.
Okay, so
His
these
eyes
guys are
narrow
getting-
slightly. He doesn't seem to recognize what the angels are.
Okay, angels are going to do so 13.
They're elvish angel gods. Like the orcs probably don't deal with these things too much on the normal.
They're speaking Sylvan, but they don't know what an angel is.
So the guy, a 23 and a 23 and a 30.
30
The
hits.
second guy is a +1 from above.
30 hits.
Okay.
I'll
he's
roll a
doing-
percentile because he's got a blur effect. You hit.
Bastard. That is a D8 D6 plus 11.
These red guys do not have.
12 damage.
There we go.
All right. Okay. And then the healing on Donovan.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, talk about
Donovan.
Dog pile. It's magic missile.
No. Donovan will stand up. And maybe we will magic missile him. Whip some See, I want these guys to succeed. Yeah, Donovan will magic missile the guy.
The Ether God?
Yeah, I'll just magic missile the Ether God.
Okay, magic missiles go right into his shield spell and have no effect.
Oh, I've done this once before. It was an 11 damage magic missile anyway. The sucky one.
They seem a little bit surprised at the magic missile. Like the farmers may not have seen magic.
Arcane. Well, they've seen like divine, but they need to get some arcane in their diet.
Okay, the cloud from the confusion goes away, but there's still a Berlani that's just kind of laughing to himself, muttering nonsense and Celestial, slapping his head with the flat side of his blade. Palor is no longer the thing, however Yggdrasil is.
We're gonna hear the sounds of pain and shortly.
Here, eat these wood chips.
In fact, if you thought Palor took a while talking, imagine how long it'd take a tree to get through a conversation.
The sound of the sound of growing trees and stretching branches. As Azildan, you realize that while the simple man depicts Yggdrasil as a tree, picture a massive vine growing in all directions and all dimensions.
Okay. It's
with something vaguely tree-like at the center of that mass. Your god goes almost everywhere.
Yeah. I like long walks on the beaches, like to travel. I think we'll be fine together.
There is somewhat of a presence that you didn't quite expect. You expected big dumb tree. There's something ancient and something old. It doesn't quite speak to you in words, but it is accepting your connection in a way that a potted plant would accept soil.
I am you.
Okay.
I am.
And there is this root that goes directly into your belly button.
All right, my weird ass belly button.
But
And it begins like feeding you divine power. I'm assuming you're trying to replace your cleric, right?
Yes,
And you're lawful neutral?
I am lawful neutral.
Yeah, Yig has need for lawful druids to stop the burning on one of its major branches, and it shows you this. You actually see part of it's burning, and it doesn't want to burn anymore.
Okay.
You see in its top heights that the topmost leaves are being invaded by celestials. That there's part of the tree that is being invaded by what look like bug creatures. Not like the things that you're sitting out here. They have got like big thoraxes. And there is a gigantic snake, dark and grand, that is swimming and awakening amongst its roots at the bottom. And you catch flashes of the past or the future that Yggdrasil will feed not only upon worlds, but upon the carrion of the battle that is to come. And that carrion will also include gods.
Okie doke then. That's actually pretty freaking awesome. Back to nature!
Yggdrasil can sense the battle that's to come, and it's in pain, and it will fight for its survival, is the gist that you're getting.
Yep. I vow to aid it.
Okay? It accepts you.
I promise. Tree thing. Wet fingers.
Midwick! You spend the
Yes,
round extricating the thing. Okay, so you basically pull out a weapon, you slice it open, you stick your hand in, you pull it out, and there's this weird like pill-like object. It's a little bit too big for you to swallow. Maybe you could swallow it. It's like a
No, I'm
thin,
good.
It's like a thin egg.
I'm good. I'm not gonna swallow something in a mushroom. Possibly poisonous. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna carry it on my body and we'll be good.
Okay. So you've got it in your hand and knife in the other hand. At the end of your turn, you can 5-foot step if you want. Lokrik.
Yeah.
Lokrik lingers his bard song.
Midwick the looter.
I can't get a clear shot. These orcs are in the way. Move! That's what he's yelling at them. Ukher?
Is this Berlani in the sky or is it on the ground?
He's on the ground.
He should have been up, but
Oh, is he up? Okay, well then Lokrik, move! And I guess he'll move over and actually attack underneath the Berlani. The Berlani moves up. He hits. Doing... Oh, what's his strength? Like 6 plus his power attack. These barebone characters suck.
They're not as strong, that's for damn sure.
Yep. His strength is 18, so 6, and he
Get
can
'em.
power attack.
Get him. Get him.
Mythic power attack, he doesn't have to spend a mythic point, right?
Not mythic power attack.
Okay.
He only if he wants to negate the penalty, but take
Got
the
it.
penalty.
So 24 with Bard Song, 27, he does 29 damage from the strike. All hacking into things' limbs, you can hear this telepathic scream. It screams a little more bass, like it wants to crack all of your skulls open. Ukher. Now there's nowhere for you to move in. All these guys are hacking with their well, maybe he's got reach. Hacking with their hose and pitchforks and
Ukher is going to delay and fall out of rage. And he's going to watch. And he's going to be like, no, on the side, like he's going to, and if things start to go sideways, he'll help. Otherwise, he'll let the villagers, get XP.
okay.
Let
Altagar.
get some XP.
Mark.
Oh, sorry. Altagar.
Altagar has reach.
Yeah, is that guy actually still...
Yeah, he's still alive. He's being beaten upon by angels, by Lokrik, by a bunch of these weird orcs. Dressed up like
so
farmers.
Blur effect. 32. Get by. I trip him. Excuse me. And I bring him over here.
It's funny.
There you are. Hello. Right there. Boom. And 2 more blur attempts. Well, I'll do the 1D. No 20s.
That's awesome. You're bowling for crits.
Yeah. And 21. Oh, so I hit him
King
2
Altagar
times.
grabs it by the leg, pulls it out of the group.
Plus 56.
While saying, "Excuse me." It's a bloody
71.
mess as you beat it against the hard, strange ground in this place several times. Its gun clatters from its hands. Red Ether Gaunt, the agricultural dwarf or orcs. Bull looks around and cheers. Rawr! They seem uncertain and they cheer and wave their weapons a little bit. One of the older guys actually is bending over to pick up the thing's gun.
Okay.
All right. Do it to it.
Azildan?
See, we don't know how the other gun works. We don't even know what happens when you shoot it.
Azildan's just receiving his power.
So Travel domain you get to keep because Yggdrasil is a god of travel.
Okay.
What is your other domain currently?
It's death.
What? Just interesting being.
Are there any other domains you'd like?
I'm looking at the eagle domain, which is a druid domain.
Eagle domain?
He wants the plus 20 perception check.
I do. As a matter of fact.
Is it a subschool of animal?
No, it's under druid domains. It's in ultimate magic.
I believe it's a subset of animal. It's a subdomain of animal.
No, it's not.
No, it's his own.
Oh, they have a new
It's a druid domain. You got to look under the archetype for druids. It starts there. They start with druid domains. Animal and terrain domains.
Oh, only druids get these, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they're cleric domains. Give me a second. Because you're still a cleric, you're not a druid.
Pardon me?
You're still a cleric, you're not a druid.
Oh, I asked to be a druid.
You want to retrain to be a druid?
Ah, it's a god that eats gods. Like, get it done, man. Come on.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay. So Azildan's like wants to be a druid. That's fucking awesome.
Well, this is Azildan does.
Okay, so Azildan's still enraptured, and you can feel that the vines and the plants that are now growing inside you are trying to change you.
Okay.
Azildan's actually screaming at this point. It does not look.
That's why you're not supposed to lie.
That's why I left. That's why I left. Stupid.
Natanica is floating back over to here. Tentacles are reaching out, and they're grabbing Kygon's body. Donovan.
Donovan is going to take
Just playing
a
out
moment.
to the rest of the round. Yeah.
Donovan is taking the moment to try to think of the goodly god that would be most offended by the magics that's being used to lie to gods. Who would disjunction this artifact? That's the one I want.
Well, there are
Right
laws
now-
in the multiverse, and these guys told you that they hang out in the abyss because the laws of the multiverse are tenuous at best here, and it's good
Yeah.
for experimentation.
Yeah.
Any lawful good god would probably have a problem with this.
Right. I'm kind of defaulting to. I would like them to be an old god. I'm kind of defaulting to Coralon, basically good, strong, elvish deity.
He's also chaotic, though.
He is chaotic, but him being
Coralon-
chaotic might make him stronger here.
Yeah, Coralon
Then-
may not like it. Of course, you don't know automatically how the god may react to this.
No, I'm trying to. No, right now he's taking a moment to think about this. Heimdall's another potential one, but I don't know if Heimdall's magic-y enough to smoten the magic off the,
Give me a knowledge religion as you're thinking.
All right, I am going to use a bard take 20.
Okay, some gods would see this as a weapon.
Right. I don't want one of those gods. I want, yes to one of those gods if they're like a disarm everyone.
You could
48.
use this thing as a weapon to feed misinformation to deities.
Yes. Destroy it.
Donovan wants to destroy it, okay?
Donovan kind of wants Donovan wants gods. He's been rolling a bunch of bluff checks against Squidman, the squid octopus. None of them were less than 50 something. Where he doesn't like him or the whole concept or it no. So he's trying to basically trick a way into calling the cavalry.
Do you know who really liked what they were offered? Lemmy, Midwick, and Azildan.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're having a good think about lawful deities that are powerful enough. Well, the one that comes to mind from who the creature talked about was Tyr. However, Tyr, the god of justice and law, disappeared.
Yeah, and he might not listen to me too well. I've got a chaotic in my alignment right now.
There are others. Which pantheon are you going to think about?
Those are older than humans. If I could think of something like maybe giants, or titans, old. We want old. Old means strong. These guys are old. We need old. We need somebody.
Giant gods. I don't think that there are any lawful good gods in the giant pantheon. Let me check.
There might also be a reason why I'm waiting to destroy it till after everybody gets a chance to use the item. Because I'm not like a total dick.
Let everyone else do their thing first.
Yep.
I need to look. I think I have a good idea of the alignments of these gods, but I don't memorize all of them. I have not memorized everything. That's why I still have books. Really? Did they not include the giant gods in this one? Older than humans.
Yeah, it's I know a lot of the human gods aren't actually they're not humans. They're just
Yeah, Heimdall was the only lawful good in the Asgardian pantheon. You are correct there.
Yeah. And then the other preference is a god that has a strong command of magic, because he thinks that this magic is to the point where you don't just need a god, you need a god who's good at magic. So we got good grades in magic class. Maybe did some magic internship.
I thought they were listed somewhere, but I might be making things up.
In Fates and Pantheons, I think they have listed by race, but I don't think Giant's one of the races they list.
Give me a second. I have to go to the washroom and I'll be right back.
All right. The fucking lying box. You can't tell if you're lying or not. It's perfect.
You have a good sense motive. Lemmy told you he actually converted.
Odin, Thor is about to betray you.
Well, yeah, you could do something like that. You could
Really?
It's the thing. Yeah, you converted, but you didn't convert properly. The god didn't get a chance to judge you. The god just had to believe whatever the fuck he was told.
Well,
so you know.
But in Lemmy's eyes, he's doing his thing.
Lemmy's eyes, Ahmed's eyes is like, fuck that yig bitch. Big tree bastard.
Look at this guy. He sent angels down to help us out. Now that's what I call a god. Hell yeah. Bring it on! War bitches! Yeah. That's the guy. I fucking groan. Give me some water. I'm burning. Shit. Send a squirrel to tell someone that I'm burning. Well, yeah, come on, buddy.
Come on, buddy.
Scratch your own ass.
As this is Azildan's future. It's just to be the cranky old hermit in the woods.
Yep.
What are you doing in my woods? Get the fuck
Get
out!
off my land.
These be Yig's woods. I feel bad for anybody who crossed cranky Azzy.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're sitting on his mantle.
yeah. I think I would give
His
up.
shotgun's being like, what the fuck is that?
I would give up the travel domain for the eagle domain. It would be very handy for Azzy.
The travel domain is fucking pimp, dude.
Yeah, the eagle domain's pretty wicked for an archer.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't look at it. So I have a new domain. That's cool. Actually, 2 new domains.
Oh yeah, because you had an animal before. Not
Yeah.
a-
Which I want to retrain because what
We're
animal?
not bringing him around.
Go,
You
buddy,
can't-
you're free. I'm gonna. What's it
But you
called?
want, you want to
Awaken him, and just go, buddy.
No. You should get an animal companion right here on the ship, and you get a tribble.
That would be awesome. Get a dribble. Do it, you puss.
That's right. So what happens if a enemy just walks out of the forest? You cold? Oh shit, he talks. Okay, so we want domains.
Stay off. No.
The joys of having a new dog.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the lawfuls that are older than humans would probably be the Dwarven pantheon. There are no lawful goods that I can find in the
Giants.
giant pantheon.
All right. Well, Moradin sounds like a pretty good guy to talk to.
Memnor is neutral evil.
That's not the one I want.
Hey, buddy, I'll help you out.
Hyatia is neutral good. Grolantor is neutral. No, Grolantor is chaotic evil. There's a trickster goddess, and Anam, I believe, is true neutral.
Yeah. Our dwarves, the dwarven race is similar age to the elvish race, or is they?
Our elves would probably be older, but yeah, they basically were, they struggled. Their empires struggled against each other, and then worked together in their mutual decline. Moradin would be the
Moradin would be
Chief.
the dwarf go-to.
Yep. I believe gnomes are no halflings are also lawful good, but halflings would have been much. They're about as old as humans.
They're way younger. So and then I guess Oberon helped before.
Oberon being the prince of the Fae.
Yeah. But I don't think that's but the reason why that comes to mind is because he helped with specifically a mage's disjunction.
Yep, he is the Fae deity of nature, wild places, and animals.
Yeah.
Wild places. The bar.
He is a Seelie, so you're guessing neutral good, chaotic good.
Yeah. I've got my notes for him here. I think Coralon.
Give me a knowledge planes as you're thinking about this.
All right. Because I basically taken my whole turn just to have a ponderance.
Okay, that was your one move as you're thinking about like Which deity could I call upon that will help?
Who's going to help me
will
with stop this
Corellon help me do
where
this?
everybody's
Yep.
just like, we just lie to the gods now. It's what we do. 30?
There are beings of great law out there. In fact, there are whole planes full of them. You're pretty sure the head of the Modron race is called Primus. Like if you wanted to talk about the law of the planes. You know this, you thought about this because you had for a while a Modron hanging out with you guys. You just rescued a Modron.
We just rescued a Modron. Because Primus would be interesting too.
You don't know if he's a deity though. Like you don't
well see the thing is, so part of the whole thing is I need the Squid Man not to know what I'm trying to do because he has to connect my call first. Right? He has to connect the phone line. Right? Because if I go in there and say, like, I need the lawful plane, he's that guy's chaotic fucking, what the fuck is he doing over there? But Primus is a... Primus, I think we'll have to do something with Primus at some point.
Okay, so you've got some ideas swirling around your head. The blue ether gaunt, end of the round, Yggdrasil. You know what? It's cool. I was gonna say no, this might take a long time. Blah blah blah. I'm like, sure. Deities have the power to help you level. They also have the power to retrain you.
Woohoo!
Azildan, you can replace cleric with druid. And now let me re-look at Eagle Domain.
Fuck it, let me also be a barbarian. Ah!
That would be a poor choice. I think.
Ah! Ding. Ding.
He rages to have an average strength.
Ah! Beat you like a normal person.
Yep. You will have the powers of the Eagle Domain once you've bonded with your first Hawk familiar.
Okay.
Foxfire, how's it going? Azildan basically has vines growing out of him, and the vines turn to feathers, as basically Azildan knows that there is a race of smart eagles that lives in the topmost branches of Yggdrasil. And Azildan, you had your past flood through your mind. The rappelling adventure that you went on where you were flying through the trees has always been this secret little dream that you taught no one, that you would gain mastery of flight. Yggdrasil apparently is like a thing that makes your dreams come true. As you feel the divine power of the tree at the center of the multiverse morph you in the way that you think, and perhaps it knows, would help serve him the best. It the best. It's not a male or a female, you know. You also become aware of two things. One, you know where the sprig of Yggdrasil is in the orb.
Okay.
It is in the nest of the phoenix in the arboretum.
Okay.
Like, you know, a piece of Yggdrasil is there.
Yeah.
You also know, Lemmy, do you carry any parts of Yggdrasil? I mean, real Lemmy?
Lemmy does, yeah.
What does he carry?
It wasn't sap, but it was like some bark or something. Give me a sec.
New token again? Yeah, I think we're going to need a new token for Azildan, because Azildan the Black is...
Yes, a new token.
We need Azildan the Muddy.
Azildan the Happy...
Hippie.
Hippie again.
So he's got a planar rod to Yig.
Where is the nut?
The nut is in Arthur's Seat.
Okay. You also know that there are smaller pieces of Yggdrasil that are trapped somewhere here.
Okay.
And that the Hierophant of your religion is also trapped here.
Hopefully he wasn't that fungus guy.
No, you Lemmy.
Lemmy is here.
Lemmy's
The Lemmy is here.
the Lemmy.
Oh no.
And you get the sense that it's somewhere in the center column and down. Actually, no, make it up. Well, somewhere in the center column and up is where Lemmy is.
Okay. He's takes a
The
second.
bad bird boy. Birdman. Funny. Fucking hilarious.
He takes a second because I mean he is a replica of Azildan, but in the back of his mind he was always wondering, am I still like a prisoner of Cagnazo? And now he knows he's not. At least this one isn't. And there's just such a sense of freaking relief. Damnation is not his only future.
No, serving this great, powerful being at the center of the multiverse is.
Happy as he's back.
Yay! Yes!
There's a win. We'll take it where we can get it.
Woohoo!
Stop being a sourpuss!
I know where we are.
Okay,
Goddamn
revelations
manic
upon
depressive son.
revelations upon revelations as Azildan comes wandering out of the back, and you have not seen Azildan's face without creases on it in a very long time.
We're here.
There's the Aussie we know.
We're here.
You have a holy symbol of Yggdrasil, but you do know that piece that is in
The Arboretum.
the Arboretum is much more powerful.
I need to go to the Arboretum.
Of course, the most powerful caster of your faith that you know of is somewhere over in the center and up.
All right.
I need to go.
Oh, whoa. Oh, it's
Be right back. It wouldn't hurt if some of you came to help. You know, team.
give it-
Yeah.
You saw a bunch of weird orcs out there looking at you as you're running. What are you?
Huh? Me?
He's speaking to you, and no, he's speaking to King Altagar, or I guess it would just be Altagar. This is in Sylvan, though. Apparently, they don't know.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Oh. Where are the founders? This thing eventually gets its wits about it.
Well,
The angels can spend
It's
rounds
gonna-
healing people, I guess.
he'll spend a round healing people, yeah, and then they're gonna go.
Where are the founders? You notice that they get really defensive about the priest running around and...
they are hiding from the threats. One of them is over there. He points to the aquarium.
Ignore the big body.
Winter comes early in our home. The lights dim and grows cold. Something is broken with the sky. The founders know how to fix this. We must find them.
How far is it from here?
Is anybody else going to use the shrine?
He just points backwards and says, agriculture is this way.
No, let me walk in, take a look.
All right, so you do see a room where there are 2 portal-like doors.
Okay.
One is written agriculture, and the other one is written organic disposal.
Right. I don't think it's safe for me to get in there because we're cursed.
A third one says, larder.
Hey,
No,
guys,
it says refrigeration.
guys, stop mucking around. Stop mucking around. We gotta get going. Something called a teleportation device chamber. If that destroys, our bodies will get destroyed too. I mean, our real ones.
I know where our bodies are. In a second.
We should also hit the armory. Let's go.
Also, the weapons are done.
No. Let me like saw the portals. He didn't even go in.
Okay, yeah, there are
useless.
doorways, and you can see that there is something red and flashing next to agriculture on a little console right beside the door to agriculture.
Okay.
How many people do you have in there?
Our villages number 4,700 or so.
Then
How long
Nice
do
and-
they have?
Winter came as we sat and ate our morning fast. He says quieter, those that do not find shelter by evening will be gone. Our crops, they need saving. You
long-
notice the Master of Harvests, Grimweird, is not complaining about the crops being lost.
How long until evening?
Hours.
Then we've got to hurry. Do you have a sun where you are?
The light in the sky, it went out like a candle. Whoosh, says one of the more excited elder orcs.
How far across? Marty, let me know if his control weather spell would work in an area like this, or
You don't know.
Lokrik, are you planning on using the shrine?
No.
Ukher? Gods will come to me.
Lokrik just gives a nod like he's of that camp.
Donovan
Does Azildan become Hawkeye? You mean like the most useless of the superheroes?
For a guy who never misses, he misses a lot in the movies. I'm just saying. Although the line, I played golf, shot 18, got 18, or played 18, got it, shot 18. That's a good line.
Okay, the Bolani disappear. Basically, the people that had non-lethal no longer have it because they could just probably peel. Azildan, you're plunging into the Arboretum alone, or are you? Or is anyone coming to help Azildan?
Anyone coming to help me? And
Yeah, wait, could you hang on for a second? Are you very happy? It's good. You know what? I'm coming.
ah, boy, I knew you would let me down. I was
right.
counting on
Ukher was going to tell you to settle down, but you're happy. We're not going to do anything that'll disrupt Happy Azzy from being
Who
around.
is speaking to the orcs?
That was Donovan.
Okay, so the orcs are coming over to see what Donovan is, and one of them's picked up Mr. Obsolete, and they're trying to figure out what it is.
Altagar, can't understand the orcs, so he's just, well, the orcs aren't going to hurt anybody, so maybe he'll check out what's going on.
Bold is making a joke at Lokrik's expense, and Lokrik's just looking at him, not amused. They've picked up some of the guns if you let them. There is that black gun that Lokrik goes over and picks up.
All right.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, pick up the black gun. Has any of us run out of ammo yet? None of us realize that these things run out?
No, none of us do.
Midwick? Didn't Midwick?
Maybe
rolled
bombs, but
Yeah, we don't know that they run out, so we don't. Yeah, we don't know that we have to get the ammo from these things. So, yep. As it was.
can you roll a D3 plus 1?
Sure. 4.
Cool. The disintegrator has 4 charges in it.
Marty?
Disintegrator! We fought him to disintegrate, and I disintegrated him, and he's a penis. He's gone now.
Marty. Midwick makes his way and starts collecting bombs, grenades.
Okay. There are all sorts of strange grenades.
I'll pick them all up. Tell me
All
what
right.
to...
The
they are.
concussive grenades that you fought before, you find 4d4 of them on the red ether gaunts.
Can someone roll while I write this down?
Sure.
Oh, we're on Midwick.
8.
8 concussive. Okay.
All right, and then the blue ether gaunts have, and I'm just going to do them by, I'll describe them with colors, I guess.
Sure. So how much? What colors are concussive? Red.
They're just concussive grenades. You actually know what those are.
Okay.
The ether gaunts. There are... I'll call them by weird names. There are 7 doubt grenades.
Okay.
These
That's
are
a
all
weird
like
name.
poisonous grenades. 5 muscle spasm bombs.
Paralysis.
7 wasting bombs.
Ooh.
4
This game.
spell blight bombs. And there's one less.
Can't
of
be
these
good. I
ones.
don't know what that means.
There are 5 hallucinogenic bombs.
Fuck, these guys have good gear.
And 8 exile bombs.
Those are kind of cool.
That's an oddly ominous name.
Each of the blue guys has the stuff required to make alchemical bombs and extracts.
Okay, so
Oh,
we can
they've
start
got-
making
they've got-
extracts.
They've got alchemist gear.
So we can start making extracts now.
Yep.
2
Well,
kids.
no, yeah, you've got enough stuff off of the 2 blue guys to.
Is it? They each count as an alchemist, or is it together?
Each counts as an alchemist.
Cool.
So Ukher and I are okay. So we're back. We're back, baby.
Yay!
He's like throws his fucking gun away like it's garbage.
All right, Lokrik's keeping an eye on Donovan, Lemio, and Midwick. Lokrik also has a really good sense motive, so maybe he knows Donovan's up to no good.
Yep.
He hasn't stopped you, but let's see. His sense motive without spells is plus 35.
That's pretty good. That's like, I think, roll off territory.
Yeah, let's see if he knows you're going to go in there and stir the shit. 44.
Without spells or items?
I think so, unless I didn't do his.
I don't think you did, because I have a plus 35 and I spent 2 feats on it.
Let's see. His perform oratory skill focus plus 6 and a plus 3 item. Oh, okay, so it's 3 less.
Okay, because
and
I've
then-
got skill
and
focus
then
plus
his
6, a
charisma-
plus 4 feet.
bonus is 2 less, so it's actually 5 less. So he's got a 39.
Okay. I kind of want him to make this, but I just want to. 49.
Nope. You are guarding your motives quite carefully. He just thinks you're going to go in there and, do religious stuff. He's just keeping an eye on making sure these orcs aren't going to fuck around.
Okay.
I think he speaks Sylvan.
They're speaking Sylvan?
Yeah.
Donovan is going to cast a
he's-
heroism.
How come you don't speak orc, is what he says. I do, says the Master of Harvest. It is an old tongue, a forbidden tongue. Why do you taunt us with it? You are an old enemy, are you not?
Ukher
Might be a current enemy, says Lokrik. It gives the creepy orc pause.
You know what we all got right now? A common enemy.
Midwick, as he's looting, bombs.
He's like, stop talking like infants. We got
And
more
then
important things to
Lemio,
do.
when you glanced over at this thing, did you go over and read it, or you're just seeing that it's flashing red?
It's a panel with the
Yeah, with
gnomish
red
stuff.
flashing. The other two panels don't. Refrigeration also has what looks like a battery that is going down, and it's flashing yellow. And organic disposal just seems to be dark.
Okay, I'll go and take a read.
Okay.
What does it say?
The panel turns from whatever language it is into Gnomish. Actually, it's part Gnomish and then part alien language. It says power failure. Reserve power failure imminent.
Are there any options?
No, it's just there's a thing where you can open the door.
It's just a matter of fact, like, this place is gonna... Okay. Doesn't look good. It's saying there's less power. I assume it's some kind of... Something's running out of fire or something?
Yes, the founders have power. This is the
Right. Well, they're not... The founders aren't gonna come out until we clear the enemies, so we've got to move. We've got to hurry. Everyone, let's go.
this
Donovan,
this,
oh, shit,
this
what are you
old
in there?
villager gets tired of Mr. Obsolete and just dumps him on the floor unceremoniously.
He's rebooting.
Yeah, Lemmy's gonna go and pick him up.
What is it? It is a fairy of some sort. That is a dwarf. Old enemies. We are no longer your enemies. Long ago our people have beaten our swords and axes into plowshares. We have turned our back on the fell gods of old that held us in chains and shackles. What's he saying? I don't know. He's speaking in Orcish to you. He's trying to explain. We'll see, says Lokrik. We'll see. Donovan, what are you doing in there? You're not a priest. The others are going into the Arboretum.
The gods need to see us.
Okay. Lokrik just nods and he'll wait for you. Lemmy, are
Okay.
you waiting or are you going?
He's not gonna leave Lokrik alone with a bunch of orcs.
Okay. Azildan, your friends, Ukher, Altagar, and Midwick, catch up to you.
Awesome.
Crap.
Why are we splitting up again?
I need to find. There's a bit of Yggdrasil here. We need to collect
Thought
it.
we were done with that damn tree.
Hey, it's a great freaking tree. You should respect that tree. You'd be so lucky as to live in that tree.
It's way better than the devil, so sure. Devil way down here, tree way up here.
Oh, I'll high five to that one, yeah.
All right.
Okay, you walk
Okay.
into the room where you where you see